Gio complaining even before the game started. But if you just look at it as a player, as a coach, myself, being in this industry, it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scene right there. Well, as we started, Brandon, prediction.
No predictions from me.
Yeah.
You know what? Complete the fairy tale. Give it to Giobundyy.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I'm just gonna go with 4-5 to Chris.
You're gonna go with what?
4-5.
4-5.
Yeah,
so you're gonna give me a
Alkmaar,
score.
just gonna get, I'm just gonna get the edge, I think, over Gio. But I think we will get a very exciting game. This regular season matchup actually ended up in the favor of Giobundyy. 3-2 was the scoreline in his favor. So let's see if Chris can actually take revenge at the best time possible.
Well, then, as we said, this is the big one, the grand final for this year's eDivisie. Giobundyy against Chris De Boer. And it will be Giobundyy kicking in that red strip from left to right for Almere City. Quick corner comes in, Van der Sar called into action, not once but twice, probably 3 times.
Knocking on the door quickly there is Gio, as still is big chance there, but now on the counter, this is actually dangerous. Those corner kick counter attacks, we've seen it all season long, are very dangerous at the bottom there.
What about post?
As Salah does get some space here.
Salah trying to angle that into a Xavi, who isn't really going to be the player that you want to be shooting from that far away.
But does collect the ball there on the other end for Chris, who loses it straight away.
How does this game look for these two players? Because, look, their biggest objectives this season, Renzo, is the World Championship. It's the E-Champions League. I know there's a trophy and I know there's 20,000 euros, but you can't lie. So much pressure's been lifted off their shoulders.
I mean, this is maybe because you never know how next season is going to be. As Gio, what an attack there again. And we see that same combination from him, that same attacking sequence happening in the semi-final, which actually booked himself that spot in this grand final. Just with that quick passing in and around the box. However, like I said, this could be your only opportunity at a trophy. So, because you never know what's happening next season, what your level is at, are you even going to be competing?
Hang on a second.
That is a yellow, but that is a very dangerous looking free kick, Brandon.
I was going to say that. Surely this is a golden opportunity to score from this sort of range. Meerham's over there alongside Johan Cruyff and Ginola. Here's Meerham from the free kick.
And again, and I'm saying again because in the quarterfinal as well, there was this crucial moment, 2-1 scoreline, I think, where Talla actually got a free kick from really close against Chris De Boer. Van Dijk is taking it off the line.
4, 5, 6 shots coming in from Giobundyy. He's not done yet, looking for a way through. Giobundyy will score the first goal of this grand final.
As he's also right now, again, we see some frustration from Chris. I just heard, I can't do anything, but then again, it's Gio just knocking at the door, going at full pace right at him. Getting that first goal in, that is obviously huge for Gio. And, well, predicted it. There's going to be some goals in here. So, let's see. Everything to play for still. A lot of time, obviously. Lots of FC to be played still.
You can't argue, though, that he's not been knocking on the door, though, has he?
100%. Especially those corner kicks. The head-ons from Virgil van Dijk at the near post. It's always dangerous looking. He timed them green, so Gio's definitely feeling himself out there. And Chris De Boer, show us what you got, because, well, he's not been in this situation today. He's not been chasing the game, as you could call so, being down a goal.
Johan Cruyff times it red, and
is that
never going to be trouble in the goal.
Is that the difference? Timing green, timing red. Who's locked in, who's not?
He's only 15 minutes in. He's got time.
100%. But I see some differences right now in facial expressions from Chris.
I was going to ask what facial expressions you're seeing from Chris, because all I'm seeing is his hair right now.
Right now, yeah. He's typical.
So close to his monitor. We can't even see his face.
And Gio right now as well, like he's not talking. Usually he's talking, complaining about everything, but he seems to be locked in right now, just keeping his mouth shut as he is working his way through. Caroline Graham Hansen. being used.
There's the quick passes. There is Caroline Graham-Hansen there. Will still have the ball at her feet. Miham, scoop turn, wide.
Oh.
Not on target from Giobundyy. What a chance that was.
How did he manage to get that wide? That is a huge chance, and well, for Giobundyy speaking, hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt him later on in this game. As Chris De Boer here trying to build up, but doesn't really can get anything going right now.
Those that have just tuned in, this is our grand final for this year's KPN eDivisie. David Ginola looking for a second. It's Van der Sar that does enough to keep Chris De Boer in this one. You just saw their possession, 67% possession so far in the favour of Giobundyy. He has been having everything in terms of chances, having most of the ball, and I mean, this pause is needed from Chris De Boer just to have a chat with his coach.
Yep. Yeah, obviously he was on the other end last game, and right now he seems to also been kind of saying the same things as Levy, and yeah, obviously don't want to put something out there, but it is definitely something to keep an eye out on. And Gio already being very upset the fact that he said just now that he's playing very well, but he should have already scored like 3 or 4 times. And obviously does realize with this pause taken from Chris that he should have been at least 2-0 up right now. Oh,
hang on a second, Ginola again. It's just non-stop from Giobundyy, but he's got to make the most of this. He's got to score another one. Miham off the post.
Oh my. Chris is hanging on in this final, and how many times do you need to get saved by Gio actually himself sometimes, and also by the post, before you start realizing that you have to gear up?
How many times can you be saved, isn't it? It's the big question.
It's just nothing's clicking right now for Chris, is it?
If he doesn't make the most of this Giobundyy as well, it will come back to bite him at some point.
Probably. As we see right here. Just tried to go for that Trivela finish. Could have maybe passed that one. The complaining just starting from Gio's side now as well. More frustrated probably because of the missed chances.
This sounds a bit crazy, Renzo, but if you're Chris De Boer right now, let's be honest, you've been absolutely peppered for the first 30 minutes of this game and you're only 1-0 down. Surely, as much as that doesn't give you confidence, it does, because you could be in such a worse position in the grand final.
And he probably knows himself as well deep inside that he's not putting anything out there right now which is even close to, remotely close to his level. So if you can make this through the first half, go into halftime especially, maybe just 1 goal down, who knows what is going to happen. Gio is probably going to be in big trouble, I guess, in the second half. How many times have we actually seen this situation where in FC 25, where for just like 20, 30 in-game minutes, someone is playing exceptionally well, and then, well, based on the scoreline, the other guy can come back, or it's just sealed already.
Hang on a second, quick corner comes in, there's the flick on. Surprised he didn't go for an acrobatic effort there on his own. Chance to break now for Chris De Boer.
Johan Cruyff. Oh, tactical foul already. I mean, fair play to
Yellow
Gio.
Card, it's a commitment. He's a mate there, Alphonso Davies.
Smart foul, I guess. Probably was a bit too worried about the overlapping players there. However, yeah, having your fullback on a yellow kind of early in the game still. Not always ideal, but was necessary, as he does collect the ball right there and potentially prevented a very dangerous attack from Chris. So very well done, Giobundyy.
Alphonso Davies, he might have just got a booking, but he looks to be heavily involved in this attack, maybe to provide it. There's the finesse, wide! From Miham, how was she not hit that on target? And you've got to sit here and think,
why does he not have the finesse plus?
8, 9 chances.
Oh dear.
I can't wait to see the halftime stats here, I can't lie.
And Chris is just hanging in there.
He's still in the game, isn't he?
Oh yeah, if he scores 1-1 now, but nothing is clicking. You can just hear a bit of moaning as well from Chris, literally just trying to actually build on anything right now. Doesn't really look like it as of yet. However, like I said, if he can just make it into halftime, who knows what the turnaround can come from him in the second half. However, it's still Gio just knocking on that door consistently. Alfonso Davies does get a good interception there for Chris.
Final 5 minutes of this first half of our grand final. It is all Almere City at the moment.
Yep. Every time Chris is about to cross the halfway line, it's just not finding the right pass. Straight into Almere City's, well, just anyone's feet pretty much. This is a mistake from Gio there.
Hij past letterlijk naar een middenvelder.
Yeah. Just a couple of mistakes from both players there just before halftime. That's not ideal. Again, losing possession, not taking the last attack where I think the players might be overcooking a little bit right now in terms of nervosity.
Added time to follow now of just 1 minute.
There we
Chris
go.
De Boer might have the last chance of the half here.
This could be that moment.
He can go into half-time in a 1-1 scenario. He very nearly did.
He had a lot of time there, actually.
Half-time, if we can have a little look at these stats from over the shoulder of these players.
About 12 shots, I guess, for Gio. Maybe two. I mean, we tried to get a little eye on that, but didn't quite manage to do so as Gio is making substitutes, or at least taking a look at his formation. But look at these moments for Giobundyy as the goal right here. I mean, it is a little fortunate, obviously getting the ball back twice, and yeah, then you just know Ginola is never going to miss from there. But however, Mia Hamm, she missed a couple times.
Look, I can appreciate people saying that that was a fortunate goal, but for the amount of times he's been knocking on the door, I mean, look, here's some of the biggest chances we saw from Giobundyy in that first half, and moments that another day, Renzo, you simply have to score.
Yeah, I think this one especially, I was quite surprised that she put it wide, especially. I don't understand what happened there. It didn't really look aimed incorrectly, so I don't know what happened there, but then again, some of the chances were on finesse shots like this one from Mia Hamm, and I mean, yeah, if you have R9 there, you're counting that one 100%. But yeah, the last one that we saw before halftime was this one. And again, I mean, I'm banking on that if it's Thierry Henry or R9, but...
Let's jump back into the game. I hear we're in the live second half now.
Already in the 49th minute, actually. So we did miss a couple of seconds there, nothing to really be worried about, as no big chances happened there. So we are looking at Almere again, building up an attack like they've been doing the entire first half. But now defended well by Chris. Let's see if he can get any passes going, but it's just sloppy again. And Pele here finds Hansen.
And a chance for Giobundyy still.
Oh my. It is incredible what Edwin van der Sar, the posts, and Giobundyy himself sometimes are doing for Chris right now and keeping this a 1-0 game. Salah does find a little bit of space there. Let's see. Chris De Boer.
As we said, the shocking part about us is that Chris De Boer is still so in this game. He might be on for an equalizer. Vinicius Junior!
Oh, well, and that was a wide open corner there on that left-hand side. But Vinicius Junior trying to go for that finesse. Great goalkeeper movement then maybe in the end from Giobundyy. As we have that same situation right now where Gio took the tactical foul.
Good game, bro.
We just hear Gio shouting. I won't repeat that one or translate that.
He just wants that second goal to give him a bit more of an advantage here.
Yeah, especially given the circumstances, already missed so many chances, and Chris is just slowly but surely building up on confidence as he gets a beautiful speed boost there with Vinicius. Doesn't quite manage to get that one off, and you can just see Chris struggling to find those passes, find the space, because every time there just seems to be an Almere City defender.
30 minutes away from lifting the eDivisie and picking up €20,000 is Giobundyy.
It's R9 here.
Almere City giving them the best run they've ever had in an eDivisie, however.
Theo Hernandez there just bullying off Salah with that bruiser plus playstyle, obviously. And I think Gio is like the only one using Theo Hernandez still in this KPN eDivisie finals. However, Pele right here bursting through on the left-hand side of Chris.
He's got around the goalie, but still Van der Sar has done enough.
So many chances, Giobundyy. Oh, he will never...
All it takes is one, is the onside. Offside just there, Chris De Boer. The game could honestly just change in one moment like that.
That was just a split second off, whereas Cruyff should have given that ball first time, I guess. But Chris De Boer, can he find some heat?
Oh, what a chance, R9, all the time in the world to tie the game up!
And out of nowhere, that's
Chris De Boer has just tied this one up, and let's be honest, he hasn't deserved it by any means.
Oh, how is this game tied, Brandon? Giobundyy has gotten not one, maybe 2 dozen of chances already at this point, and not chances, like actual 90% plus chances. And we're looking at a 1-1 scoreline. That is incredible, Chris De Boer. And right now, you're caught in between 2 faults as Giobundyy. Obviously, you're being very disappointed right now. You just can't deny that that's happening. Of all those chances that you missed. Right now, are you going to change something? Well, at least maybe sub out Mia Hamm if it was me.
You would?
Yeah, I mean,
even though Mia Hamm's been clutch in so many moments.
No, she's just not there. She's not there. He's probably still got R9 on his bench, right? Because he's not playing. He's got Henry. Bring them out. You have to do something. It's not like you're playing, like you probably can do the same with R9 right now. You're playing fantastic. Just need that guy that can finish. Or is Chris De Boer just going to take over from now on? As we see, Davies, Pele.
Surely not. Surely not, Chris De Boer! Just wide!
Timed it green. Ball roll. Pele on the finesse. Just wide. And I think Gio deserves that one. That little bit of luck there to maybe have that one go wide, as Chris De Boer can't complain about any chances missed in this game.
Suddenly, though, Renzo, you're so against the run of play. You get one goal and this game completely changes.
Yeah,
Look at the confidence now on the other side for Chris De Boer to get forward and be a bit more expressive.
He doesn't give it.
A crossing moment there. Mohamed Salah looking to go all the way across, and fortunately Buffon's there to give Giobundyy possession again.
His brother there just putting his hair back with his hands from stress, nervousness, whatever it is. And I mean, this game is just so tense right now. It probably shouldn't have been. That's the thing. That's Vinicius. Giobundyy. You've got a chance right here, Brandon.
Giobundyy just needs to choose the right passing lane. Referee! No penalty there. He says that Lucio won the ball fair and square.
I think so. That was the right call from the referee. Not that type of person that usually does agree with referees, but I think that one was a good call. Actually not interfering with the play there.
One tiny different there in the animation of the tackle. It could have been a different story.
100%. As Almere...
pause is still being accused by Almere.
Exactly. Still want to change something, as looked like he added up some pressure, however.
Pele, come back, still! Is it in? Eventually, somehow it goes in! And who's got it?
Yeah. I mean, Giobundyy, that's why you are in that seat and I'm probably not. However, she still missed it initially.
You've got to see that go in the replay. It's hit the post, it's come off the goalkeeper, and then somehow it's been bundled in eventually.
Crazy game we have, and I was about to mention it. It looked like, well, let's see right here. Was it actually? Yeah, she did miss it in the. It's just a tackle on Virgil.
The finish there. Virgil van Dijk just literally kicked the ball against Mia Hamm.
Pretty much, yeah. So, arguably, Mia Hamm, she could have been substituted. So let's see if he does. So he did cue a pause up. However, it looked like for a second there, after the 1-1 scoreline, Gio actually put on 95 depth, which did put a lot of pressure. We saw at some point where Chris De Boer was in possession. All of his fullbacks and right and left midfielders were adding pressure on Chris De Boer's back line. That did pay off there for a second because Chris did lose the ball.
And look, if you've just chosen you're seeing that as potentially a match winner and you're questioning the type of goal that is, wind this game back to the start. Giobundyy deserves that. And probably 2-3 more of them.
100% he does deserve it. And yeah, just to be honest, right now, Chris doesn't deserve to win this game. It's just as it stands. But that doesn't mean he's not going to. However, that was a bit of a loose pass there. Wasn't intended for that person, I don't think so.
10 minutes away, Giobundyy. He said to you earlier, Renzo, he was thinking about retiring.
He was retiring. He promised me. There's no way.
If he lost his quarter-final today, he said to you, Renzo, that he was going to retire. Is that correct?
100%. He even said, because when I suggested, oh, so what happens if you make each Champions League and World Championship? Yeah, I'll still retire. It's not going to happen anyway. I'll still retire, I promise you. Well, Giobundyy, I bet we'll see you next season.
I think he's gone many steps better than he expected. Champions League tick, World Championships tick. 7 minutes away from an eDivisie championship and €20,000.
And that would be crazy. Giobundyy actually, first time I met him, it was during a talent show. There was Next E-Talent. It was produced by our very own Team Gullit, where we were looking for talent. However, not that far yet. As he's not a champion just yet. It's still everything to play for. But
now, Mia Hamm could conclude the game now. Has she got the legs to pull away from?
He actually signed up for the talent show, and that's how we met him. Got a contract at some point at Team Gullit as well for winning that, and yeah, had to leave. But now coming back in old-fashioned there, Giobundyy just not unsurprisingly, as surprising as possible. But 88th minute, what is happening? Chris De Boer, do you have something still in your pockets to change this game as he wins possession there? Brandon.
2 minutes away.
Is it happening? Are we going to see extra time?
Are we in for an equalizer? Chris De Boer, it's over to you, my friend. It has to be perfect now if you want to go into an extra time period on defence. 1 minute left, plus additional time. He gives possession away.
That is not smart. That is not smart.
Clever foul.
Giobundyy, didn't you learn of Brent? Didn't you learn what you did to Brent? How many additional minutes are we getting? I'm guessing 2, but it's not going to be much more. 1 extra minute, one last attack.
Of just 1 minute left now, 20 seconds away from Giobundyy becoming this year's eDivisie champion. And there's Chris De Boer's got other ideas, and in time has been played. Giobundyy is your eDivisie champion. He just got better and better as the competition went on. He's off to an E-Champions League, an FC Pro World Championship, and his pockets will be full because he's just picked up €20,000 in the process. Hang on.
Oh my God, they're not playing. Chris just got the ball.
The game didn't even finish.
Chris just got the ball, literally, and it wasn't a straight. Straight away, full-blown whistle.
Realise.
Imagine that. What could have happened? Imagine what
He's
could
a
have
lucky
happened.
man.
The full-time whistle didn't even blow.
Chris
Not
De Boer.
even after Chris got the ball.
Chris De Boer is in tears because he's just lost the biggest game of his FC Pro career. But he could have actually maybe made the most of that.
Oh no.
What a crazy last 25 in-game seconds there.
I should probably not tell Jelte and Chris this.
Yeah, maybe don't.
Ever. So can we please just all agree that we cut this clip from...
Or maybe we
dear.
can.
Well,
Look.
Giobundyy, I mean...
A man who's been here before and done it. Ali Rizarega, once upon a time of PSV, represented them this time round, will hand over the trophy to this year's KPN eDivisie champion!
Giobundyy. And congratulations, my friend. That is special.
Almere City.
26 years of age. We're not going to see that much more often happening.